Hey guys, welcome back to A&B Style. Today I decided to be super bold and just think outside the box a little bit. And I wanted to do a hot pink graphic liner, but I don't have a gel liner or liquid liner in that color. So I decided to take my Colourpop liquid lipstick in Highball and put it on my eyelids as a wing liner. I dig it. I love it. I love it. I really like the way it turned out. Then of course I did the same lipstick, just matchy, you know, bold, matchy. I freaking love it, you guys. And so far, no cracking or anything like that. So we'll just see how far that goes. I'm hoping that it doesn't transfer or anything like that, but I will leave that all down below if you guys are intrigued and wonder, hey, I wonder how long this thing lasts. So I'm hoping it lasts for a really long time. And I'll probably keep doing that. And I'll probably keep using the rest of my liquid lipsticks as eyeliner because why not? So anyway, I will jump straight into the tutorial. Starting off with Soft Ochre by MAC, I'm going to apply that all over my eyelid using my finger. I'm only doing a smaller amount than I usually do just because I didn't want anything messing with the eyeliner or the liquid lipstick, whatever you want to call it. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to set it, and I'm going to set it with this white eyeshadow by Femme. It's just called white, and there are $3.50, and look how pigmented this mother is. It is so good. I really do recommend it. So once I'm done with that, I'm applying this with a large shader brush by Sigma, by the way. Then I'm going to go in with my crease shadows. I'm using Soft Peach and Morocco by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm going in with an M441 brush by Morphe, and I did do a little bit more Morocco, and I'm just kind of concentrating on the outer corner, but I do go all the way in momentarily. I go in with more Soft Peach right here, and then I'm going to go in with more Morocco right now, just because I wanted like a really warm crease to go with a hot pink. Now taking just any blender brush that has no additional product on it and just blending all of the eyeshadows seamlessly. I just wanted a really soft fade on my eyelid. Now I'm going to jump in with Colourpop Highball Liquid Lipstick. So what a lot of people don't know, or I personally didn't know, is that these are actually really liquidy. So you can actually pour some on just something plastic and just go off of that. Here I'm using the M160-116 brush by Morphe. It's really small. I have two of these. One is for my eyebrows and one I use for wing liner. So what I'm doing is I'm going in small strokes because I didn't want to put too much at one time. I wanted to take my time. I'm going in with the inner corner. I'm trying to be really careful to make sure that none of it gets in my eyes. Now I'm going to start on the wing. I just start off by just mapping it out and then going straight back in. As you can see, I have that little gap that I'll fill in momentarily. And once I've done that, that just gives me a base to work on. And then I'm going to take some more of that Highball liquid lipstick and go over it, just making it more opaque because I really wanted that fluorescent pink. Went over the wing liner about 3 times, but I didn't go in super gloppy sections. I went in light layers, just light layering it up until I was happy with the color. I then go in with Koko lashes Mila, or in the style Mila. They are beautiful, but they're really thin. I'm just kind of like, I got used to the goddess, so it was a little weird for me. Now I'm going to go in with Coty Airspun, and I'm going to bake underneath my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, a little bit on my forehead, and I'm also going to use the same powder to set the rest of my face. I'm done powdering my entire face. I am then going to contour. I'm using the Fawn shade from the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit. I'm going to take that on an F05 small contour brush by Sigma, and I'm just going to chisel out my cheekbones. I did cream contour this day, so I didn't need a lot. So I just go over it just a little bit, just kind of letting the brush do all the work, not adding a lot of pressure there. Once I've contoured, I then am going to bronze. And you guys already know what's coming. MAC Give Me Sun. You know it. Taking an e.l.f. stippling brush. I really like this stippling brush. I also like the Sigma one too. They're both good. And I'm just going to bronze up the same areas I always do. Just on top of the cheekbones, a little bit on the temples, and lightly on my jaw. I like to make sure everything is blended together, so I just take that large powder brush by Real Techniques and I blend everything together. And I also dust off the excess from the Coty Airspun. For blush, I'm going to take my Femme blushes. I'm taking that rose pink color right there and the apricot, so I'm using rose and apricot. And I'm going to take it on that same brush I used for bronzer. And I'm only doing it a little bit. They're really pigmented, so I have to be really careful on how much I apply. So a stippling brush is ideal. Then I'm taking Lunch Money by Colourpop. This is their highlighters. Now I know the texture is a little funny, so you just make sure you use a synthetic brush or your finger. I like using my finger and then blending it all together later, which you'll see. But I personally love this. I use it more as a base, but you can just use it as the highlighter that it's supposed to be. But as excessive as I am, I use it as a base for my powder highlighter. I wanted to show you guys what the Colourpop highlighter looks like on its own. I mean, it's beautiful. It is so beautiful. So I wanted to mesh everything together so it doesn't look like a streak, just high beam of light on top of my cheeks. So I take that same brush and I blend everything together. If you guys don't have a brush like this, you really need one because it really helps your life become so much easier when it comes to making your makeup look seamless. Then I'm going to take the Becca Champagne Pop and Opal, Pearl highlighter, mix them together, and put it on top of that Lunch Money by Colourpop. Look at that. I mean, you want to be a disco ball? This is the way to go, guys. Let me show you all the ways. Yeah. Let me show you all. I swear I was going to use a black liner, but I could not resist. So I got my Costa Riche by MAC, and I applied that on my waterline. I also applied a little bit underneath my waterline, just as a base for the shadows I'm going to go in with. Once I've done that, I'm going to go in with an E30 by Sigma, which is a pencil brush, and use Soft Peach and Morocco, the same two shades we used in our crease, and just diffuse that waterline out. For my lips, I am going to use that same liquid lipstick, Highball, but first I'm going to line my lips with Mauve lip pencil by NYX, and I'm just going to outline it, and I am going to fill it in, just because I really like to make sure that I have a lip liner underneath my lipstick, just in case, you know, when I eat and everything, I still have some type of base, so I don't just have somewhat pink lips. So I just fill it in, and then once I'm done with that, I'm going to go in with Highball. I love this lipstick for eyeliner. It worked great. It didn't smudge or crack or anything, and I wore it for like 10 hours. However, this one, it still had streaks on it after I went in twice with 2 layers, and I wasn't a big fan of that, so I went in with another layer, and then it became cracky and too much. So just take that with a grain of salt. Don't worry guys, they're not all like that, because Tool and Beeper did nothing like that to me. They were perfect colors. So I think it's just depends on the colors. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please give us a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe. We'll see you guys next Tuesday. Bye!